rock bottom, and don't wait to hit rock bottom, because a lot of them are like, I can't think I could hang on. No. I just used all that energy, and I wasn't focused on proving to people what happened. So I wasn't wasting energy on explaining. I was just like, no, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do the other thing. I was just fully focusing all my energy on that.
Right. I mean, and you did it beautifully. It's
people
amazing.
do not waste your energy on getting revenge. You have to wish people well. It took me some time.
Right. I mean, it doesn't serve you.
But I'm glad. I'm honestly grateful to God that I lived through that, because I had to love my way out of it. If I would have not learned to love myself, I would have still been stuck there. Yeah.
Look, and the reality of it is you can only think about one thing at a time. Mm-hmm. I mean, no matter how, like, it's very, very few people on this planet are able to multitask. So
write it down and prioritize.
So if you're thinking about revenge, then you can't be thinking about progress and what you need to do to get to where you want to be. So it's kind of like if you're holding something in your hands, do you want to be holding a stack of $1 bills or $100 bills? You know, think of the revenge and all those bad thoughts as $1 bills, and all the positive stuff is $100 bills. That's what you want in your hand. So, yes. So all right, okay.
So the good thing is that I learned to love myself and believe in myself. Sky's the limit, and the bad part is just I wish I had more time to do everything, but I just got to be patient.
Absolutely.
Prioritize.
Absolutely, and take your time. You know, you got time, use it. So, all right, so. What has been your greatest accomplishment, and what has been your greatest mistake, and how do you recover? How did you recover from that mistake, if you made one yet?
My greatest accomplishment was being able to buy my condo by myself.
Right.
Which that's huge.
No, it is absolutely
especially
huge.
After being told for so long that I couldn't do anything by myself, that I'm lazy, that I'm stupid, that what else? They just everything. And I'm like, and then my family's like, no, you're not. What do you mean? Because then I would just say it out loud. I'm like, no, I'm so stupid. Why are you saying that? No.
Right.
But then I was able to do it. That was amazing. And then a mistake.
If you don't have one, it's cool.
No, it's we're not perfect. I felt like I was still allowing people that were similar to what I got out of into my life.
Right.
And it's like I still had to heal a part of me, or working on boundaries, or boundaries to set to not let those people in. Because they're very charming.
Absolutely. The devil is beautiful. The devil, like, you know, we think about, you see pictures of the devil and it's always a scary, ugly thing. But the reality of it is, if the devil was really scary looking,
everybody would stay away from it.
Right. He would not be. The devil is beautiful. So, and actually, devil actually means enemy. So it's, you know, so your enemies usually will cloak. So just remember that. Okay.
And the opposite of empower is enslave. So they were completely against empowering me, and I was like feeling enslaved. Oh, and another book that helped me was a narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
It was just like, I know that, like, how dare you compare yourself to a slave?
No,
but it was like how the masters would try to make the slaves think they're supposed to feel grateful for how they're being treated.
Right.
Like, it could be worse. I could do this to you like this person did to their slave. You should be grateful for what you have. You have a lot of liberties. And it's like, no, they don't. Like, they're people.
No, right. I mean, it's if somebody starves you and then they offer you some moldy bread after you've been starving, you're going to really appreciate that person. Exactly. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, they're still shit.
And then they'll call you ungrateful because you complain that it's moldy. Oh, you're so ungrateful. I should not give you anything. Right. That's exactly how it is. Yeah. But then it's like, if Frederick Douglass could liberate himself, then dang it, we can too.
Yeah, there you go.
I know I sound like I'm being funny, but it's the truth.
No, look, I didn't hit the laugh button.
Thank you.
Yeah,
there it is.
Laugh. Right.
You know what? I was thinking also, instead of just focus on being an author and a motivational speaker. It's like a comedic motivational speaker. You need to have a sense of humor and keep your sense of humor when you're going through things. Because when things happen to you and they're that effed up, instead of crying, I like, if you got to cry. But sometimes you just got to laugh. Just laugh. Like, look at this.
This that bullshit.
Look at this. Yeah. How did I end up here? Oh, you just killed yourself.
Yeah. No, I concur. I concur. I absolutely concur. All right, so let's see. You did tell us how you recovered from the mistakes, so we're good. All right, if you could go back in time and give yourself advice, how far back in time would you go? Like, what age did you see things going off the rails, maybe? And what would you tell the younger you?
There were so many points in my life. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because you're like, damn. Right.
No, let's see. I guess when my dad passed away when I was 19, like I felt like the rug was pulled out from underneath me because he was like my person. You know what I mean? And then, like I lived my life like to make him proud. And then he wasn't there, so then it's like, then what's the point? Like, I never wanted to kill myself or nothing, but I'm just like,
Right.
Then I kind of
made reckless.
Poor decisions and let certain kind of individuals in my life in that I should have not, I guess because they reminded me of him a little bit.
Right.
Issues.
Daddy issues? Daddy.
Everybody has daddy and mommy issues.
We men love women with daddy issues.
Ay, Dios mío. So, no.
I know.
At that point, I should have been like, you just got, like, if I would have found someone with the knowledge I have at that point of my life, I would have made different decisions. Because you can't live to make other people proud. You really got to live to make yourself proud and follow your own purpose.
Okay.
And then when people leave, they're gone. You got to accept it. You got to keep living your best life.
Okay. All right. So basically keep living, like, be proud of yourself, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't like
and don't look for love in other people that you haven't found in yourself.
Oh shit. You hear that? We have to use that as a sound bite for this. No, I think a lot of people in general tend to be externally motivated instead of internally motivated. So an external motivation is like, seeking the approval and praise of others. Or if you're only going to work hard if you're getting a check and you're not doing it because for self-pride and just because you're attached to it. And so, a lot of people, they need to learn to be internally motivated because if you have an internal motivation, you're unstoppable. Yep. So okay, that's a great answer.
Thank you.
All right, so what goals are you working towards, and in what ways are you preparing yourself to tackle those goals, I should say?
I already have the setup for my own show, so I just gotta learn because I already like talking and creating content. I'm good with that.
Okay.
At least I think I am.
At
least I've heard. I've heard. But like the technology and doing that, working the board and broadcasting and things like that. So that's what I'm learning now. But I haven't.
Okay. All right.
I'm doing it.
You're doing it. Nice. Okay. So life has decided to kick you in the ass with a major disappointment, heartbreak, career hit, et cetera, whatever, right? What's the first thing you do to recover?
I take a deep breath. I get back to myself. Because a lot of times when things like that happen, it's so easy to just get wrapped up into it like a hurricane. Right. But if you just take a step back and take a deep breath, you center yourself and then you come back to yourself.
Right. No, absolutely.
And then something that's good to do that I learned is when you're going through certain situations, it's good to look at it like it's like you're watching it on TV or a movie or something. Like you're not emotionally involved. Just kind of look at it like you're in the audience and say, okay, what what makes sense. Like when you're watching a horror movie, you know where they should go, but they're in it and they're like going deeper into the house.
Right. Like no,
where are you going?
Yes.
You left the phone. Left the phone.
What you doing, man? Close the door. Lock the door.
Exactly.
Like,
so be the audience member that's like, no, this is what you should do.
That's what
great.
I take a step back.
Take a deep breath.
Don't trip over the log. That's coming up. Yeah. Gotcha.
There's the log. There's the log.
Nice. Okay. Well, those were the interview questions. You survived. You feel good? Feeling good?
How did I do?
You did. I think you did well.
Thank you.
So yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
So how do you see me now? Because you saw me before, and you saw me right when I was in the situation, and then you see me now.
I see you as absolutely incredible. Because because listen, like
without getting too specific.
No, I'm not gonna do that. There's the metaphor, or maybe it's an analogy. No, it's an analogy. It's metaphor. I don't know. Hot water, boiling water. If you put an egg in boiling water, it gets hard. If you put a potato in boiling water, it gets soft. You get pasta. Depending upon the person, and you put them in the circumstances, you're going to get a different result. They're going to come out different. You can't, just like glass shatters different ways, right? So, I've known women who have been in similar circumstances as you, and it took them a very long time to recover. Some never have recovered, and here you are, like, you bought, you went from being on an allowance that you weren't getting to buying a condo within a year. No job, nothing. And so that's incredible. And then you're like, I'm like, you should go back to being a realtor. You're like, no, I'm not trying to do that. And you're like, I don't want to be on the radio. I want to do this. And you're doing it, so that's amazing. That's very, very inspiring.
I can't say that I did this on my own. Like I have my support system, God, like glory be to God, la gloria de Dios. Like it's Him. I just feel like I'm just doing the legwork. But I have my support system, and my mom, was always there, and she's such a role model to me.
Well, yeah.
Especially when I was already tired, and then bam, that truck hit me, and I'm like, Mommy, I'm tired. Like, why is this happening? And she's like, well, you're gonna get weak now. Damn. Like, what are your options? She said it in a loving way, but no. She's like, listen, I'm here for you, but like, listen, what are your options? You made it through worse. You can make it through this. And then she's always like, well, because my mom made it. Like, she retired early. She had her corner store, her bodega. She has a rental property. She's living off of that.
Right.
Like, she's retired.
She's chilling.
And so she's a role model. She's like, if I could do it, and for some reason, she thinks being smaller has something to do with it. She's like, I'm shorter than you, and I didn't know any English, and I still made it. So you're educated, and you're beautiful, you're this and that, and I know you could do it. Just keep going. Absolutely. So that helps a lot.
No, absolutely.
And reading the Bible, too. Psalms.
Oh.
Is it Psalms? Proverbs, not Psalms.
Proverbs. Okay.
Proverbs. Oh, that helps so much.
Yeah, I mean, we never do it alone. We never do it alone. We can't do it alone. I mean, that's why we need relationships and things like that. So, yeah, that's beautiful.
And my son keeps me motivated.
Yeah.
Like, how can I feel like my mom is my inspiration, but my son's my motivation. Like, my mom lifts me up, and then my son pushes me up.
There you go. And we all need that. If you don't have that, it's very hard to move forward.
Find it.
Okay. All right. So it's about that time to have some fun.
Yes.
Some fun. So, I'm a big fan of social media, and one of the things that I love and I hate, actually I don't hate because it doesn't really affect me, the direct message, the DM. Yeah, I gotta come up. I gotta do my little production to have a little intro for this. So this is why this is kind of dry. But
there's a DM. There's a DM. Dooba 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 dooba. There's a DM.
Listen,
there.
I would have loved to use YG's down in the DM, but this is a podcast. I mean, it'd been perfect to use that clip, but we we're not set up for that. We're not trying to pay nobody no damn royalties. So what I did in preparing for the show is I reached out to my people and asked them to share with me conversations that they've had via their DM. And what I think is funny, so I was an English major.